of the games there that you saw, the little Asian fellow, he taught us this game with chopsticks, and with you had to get the Skittles out of the bowl. So you rolled the dice. If it said 2, you had to collect 2 Skittles out of the bowl, and if you were able to collect those 2 Skittles out of the bowl, you could keep them and eat them. But you had to use the chopsticks, and it was just terrific. It was great. So they really enjoyed being able to teach us things. And then at the end there, one of the students, their shoe was taken overnight by a fox, and we all had to go out and try and find his shoe the next morning. And so when they were making the film, they said, "Oh, why don't we call it Fox Shoe Productions?" So it's just great they had such a healthy appetite for learning. This then brings us to the wiki. Now, a wiki, obviously, we've got some nice tech guys at work, and they helped us to set up a wiki. However, I'm sure that our students, or your students, perhaps with more intellectual capacity, could probably set you up a wiki very easily for any activity that you're doing. The wiki has enabled our staff to become more familiar with working online, not just with emails and what have you, and checking out Google. It certainly has allowed us to further develop our planning and organisation skills, and the students are also able to access this wiki as well. That's the front page. So this wiki is the Urban Adventure Wiki, and it's all about the urban camp that we're planning and organising for October, which will become our personal development and assessment task. There you can see that they can go onto the wiki, the students or staff at any stage, they can check out where we're up to, who's booked and planned and organised which activity. And then there's a timetable, so they can go onto the wiki, they can show their parents at home, this is our timetable, etc. And I guess, as I said before, if you haven't set a wiki up, they're terrific. I guess they're more of a communication tool, whereas a blog is more like a diary, I guess. There's different levels that you can use. So this brings us to the showcase. So throughout the year, all of these terrific learning opportunities are happening. We're capturing all of these assessments through a variety of means, and I've got a list of those after this. They are then displayed around the school. All the parents in the community are then invited for one evening where a range of assessments are shown, and the students set this up. Again, there is a level of teacher support. We've done it off campus, we've done it in restaurants, we've done it in other schools and auditoriums, and the last 2 years we've done it at school. So I think that was a cost. And you can see it's not only just digital photos, but all of their workbooks, so any reading and writing and literacy or numeracy, that's all there for the parents to see. And the students get a real kick out of displaying their work for the whole community. A really good way to get parents and community involvement is to offer a glass of wine. I have a very good friend that works at Prace, and I rang her the other night and I said, "Oh, look, we're having a bit of a chat on Friday," and so we went through some of the e-learning or digital ways that you can capture learning, and so blogs, obviously, Illuminate, which is conferencing and online chat, and I mean any of these things you can Google, and there are online instructions on how to set things up. Skype. This colleague of mine, Jane Davis, she had a student who was quite unwell and did a lot of stints in hospital, so she used Skype a free tool that she could video conference her lessons in the classroom to this young girl in the hospital bed. So it was, it's just amazing what you can do to still keep the young people engaged. Podcasting, email. Email's terrific for our guys because like texting and whatnot, it's a language unto its own, but it still is social networking and keeping them engaged, and they will be learning as they use it. We do have a lot of issues and social issues with the social networking, such as, not so much MSN, we struggle with Facebook at our school. It creates a lot of havoc because the students are unaware of what they do say and how that is then posted for everyone to see. So we're currently looking at policies and more educational programs to help support our young people in perhaps becoming safer in their use and more resilient when someone doesn't write something that they don't like to read. MSN, again, another social networking tool. PowerPoints and photo stories, I guess that's what we just showed you then. With voiceover, so for say someone's having difficulty with reading, you can set up PowerPoint and your voiceover for a social story or a book, and that can help them. They can sit there with their earphones in and listen to, watch and read the social story on the photo, the PowerPoint, and you're reading that for them. That works very well. Flip cameras, which again basically just video cameras, but we're now starting to teach our students how to use those flip cameras and start taking more moving images. And look, and I did put social stories down there. Social stories are a great way to capture assessment. You have the students take photographs of what they're doing and they then put it into a story. So for instance, if you're trying to teach someone how to get along with somebody, you might then get another student to take photographs of them not getting along with someone. Here's Johnny not getting along with someone. Then the next photo is him learning how to get along. The next photo, this is Johnny getting along with everybody out in the community. And that's really effective because they have they're involved in that social story making and they create their social stories.